What's up, guys? Hope you all are doing well. I want to recap the 2025 Shaw Classic. I'm sure some of you have been wondering where this video is. And the truth is, I wanted to just take a little bit of time after the event to decompress just a little bit, to have all of the debrief meetings, kind of take everything in, and then step back and be able to make this video and kind of update all of you about how the weekend went and whatever everything was like during the weekend. So Friday morning is when everything kind of kicked off. We kicked off with the Strongman Open for the men and women. Again, phenomenal contest. One of my favorite parts of the entire weekend. And I want to thank Sheath Underwear and Gold's Gym Loveland for being the sponsors of the Strongman Open this year. We were able to give away a total of $24,000 in prize money that was evenly split through every class. So every first place winner got $3,000, second place was $2,000, third place was $1,000. So overall, I feel like the Strongman Open ran really well. A lot of great feedback on that, which was incredible. Next, we had on Friday the arm wrestling tournament. This was ran by Corey Miller. Huge shout out to him. One of the best arm wrestling promoters there is, and he made the tournament run incredibly well. Thank you to everybody that came out, participated, got involved. Again, feel like the arm wrestling tournament ran great overall, and that was incredible to see. And that happened during the Shaw Classic Expo on Friday. Friday evening, we then went into Strongest Arm on Earth collab with East versus West 19. Overall, I want to thank the sponsors there: Grip, Arm Sport, Infinity Functional Performance, Nice Rock, Undefined Nutrition, and Gold Star Coffee for supporting this event. This is probably one of the areas, looking back, that created a ton of stress for sure for me, and I think it's kind of fair to say that. Going into it, I obviously was in control of the matches that were set for Strongest Arm on Earth, and then when East versus West came in, I was not in control of the matches that they brought to the table. I was very unaware that a lot of the Europeans were going to kind of boycott and not participate in the event, which, overall I would say is disappointing. And I think that a lot of fans, myself included, were disappointed by that. But again, not necessarily in my control. And I feel like the event overall was very good. I feel like, all the athletes were treated the way that they should have been treated. I think they all had a very good time. A lot of really fun matches, and the biggest thing with this was the production quality, and that's what I said to everybody going into the event, that I would back up the production quality both in person and on the live stream. And I was very, very happy to see so many comments about the live stream being incredible, and that's just a testament to Charlie, Hamilton Road Productions, our entire team putting that together. With the help also of East versus West. They brought in some people to help as well. So, the collaborative effort, I think, made it a win overall, which is great. I do want to touch on the fact that I was not in control of East versus West website crashing. That happened the night of the event. So a lot of, the people kind of over in Europe that wanted to be able to watch the pay-per-view were unable to do that because the website crashed, and that was super unfortunate. I don't know if we can even tell the impact to the event overall because of that, but again, super unfortunate, and that was probably, I think, with everything, one of the most disappointing things is that website went down, because it obviously impacted the event, and when people are waking up and seeing positive comments and they want to be able to tune in and watch it, that definitely made me sad overall. But I think we have to step back and look at that and say that it was a success overall. I don't think it was perfect. I think with the debrief meetings that we've had, there's a lot of things that could improve, and I think that that's just the way that you should take a production, is say, hey, this is what was good. I was very happy with the challenge flags, and with the referees and the extra screen, and the way that the crowd was informed of calls. All of those things, super great with that event, and I really appreciate all of the arm wrestling fans that came to support that, both in person and then online as well. And then all the strongman fans that also came, a lot of positive feedback from them, which is super awesome. The Expo was great. I want to thank all the vendors that came out and participated there. It seemed like a really, really great experience overall for everybody. We did have the arm lifting happening on Saturday and then powerlifting happening on Sunday, both of which, from everything I have been told, went extremely well. And that's, it's great to have athletes coming in and being able to, kind of put their hard work on display in those different disciplines and, have that stage to compete during the Expo. So overall, I think that, the fans seem to have a really good time with the Expo. The feedback on that has been really good. So that was great. So let's get into the strongest man on earth. And I have to say, this contest was one of the best strongman contests, top to bottom, possibly that I have ever witnessed. And, the guys, so much hard work was put on display. The score sheets were going up and down every event. It was such a wild ride. I mean, going into the second to last event, I think we had almost a 4-way tie for first place. It was like half a point separating the competitors out. Honestly, incredible the way that it played out. And it was really fun to be in the front row to see this contest happen and, to see all of the guys. I can't say enough good things about all of them and the way that they showed up, their attitude, how they battled. This is what strongman is all about. To me, this is what strongman is all about. And it was so fun, just to see that unfold was amazing. And, it came down to the wire. I do want to thank our sponsors for the strongest man on earth. So Rogue Fitness, you guys probably saw the Rogue equipment, the massive trap bar. They're so kind to us and help us out so much with the event. Weisberg Wealth Management, who has been a sponsor for years. Thank you to Rich Weisberg. Full Strength AI, have been on board for a number of years. Undefined Nutrition, Evolution Athletics, Liberty Energy. You saw some of the implements that they made for the contest. They helped us out tremendously. Big thank you to them. Nice Rock for being on board again. The palm cooling device, the Nice Rock is incredible. Fort Knox, you guys probably saw the super heavy yoke with the safes. Incredible build and event. Airwave for being involved, and then Red Iron, who has built mainly all of the big equipment for the contest and help us move everything around there. Incredible. Red Iron is absolutely incredible. So I want to thank, again, the fans for being there in person, for tuning in, supporting the contest. That's, something that doesn't get said enough, I think, because the support of this event is how it happens. So what I do want to go into now is the prize money. And as you guys know and have heard in the past, very much with this event, what we do is we take prize money from the in-person tickets. We take it from the live stream. Of course, we take it from the sponsors. And we try to put all of that together and give the athletes as much as we possibly can. This year, what I do have to say is our sponsorship was down significantly. Our in-person tickets were also down, and our live stream sales were down. So all of those things combined, it was a tough situation to be in. And, Carrie and I talked about this, and basically, after everything, all the expenses were accounted for and everything what was put in to the sheet, at the end of it, we wanted to be able to give at least a good amount of prize money back. Last year, we were above $260,000. We had to drop that pretty significantly this year. And with us throwing in some money, and again, Carrie and I literally not walking away with anything and taking a loss here. The prize money was at $180,000 overall. So your top three here were Evan Singleton, who got $68,400. Second was Lucas Hatton, who walked away with $30,600. And then third was Thomas Evans, who walked away with $19,800. So the reality is with this event, and I think that a lot of you hopefully realize at this point, this contest, the Shaw Classic event, the strongest man on earth, all of that is, it's myself, it's Carrie, it's our team, and that's really as far as it goes. So, when we put on these events, there's a massive impact to us financially because we have to invest in the contest, and then we have to hope that things come back and that it works out, because you don't get any money coming in until the event actually happens, and that's always a big challenge. And our time is also a big factor. There's a lot of commitment, and I know that so many people this year have said thank you and said how they were excited or how they had a great time, which is absolutely incredible. It is absolutely incredible, and I can't be more grateful for all of that, all that feedback, and the athletes having a great time, because really and truly that is what it is all about. And I think that, if I'm being completely honest with you guys, moving forward, this contest, the expenditure that Carrie and I have to give and that our team has to give to make this happen, when we're walking away at a loss, it's a very tough thing. And so, moving forward, we're having some, different conversations, potentially with bigger sponsors to get involved with the event, trying to figure out what we're going to do, what the next step is going to be. But at this point, I don't know exactly what the next step is going to be. It's one of those things where Carrie and I both love the event. We're very passionate about the event, and hopefully you guys can see that in every single area with this contest. But without more support, and without more people supporting the event, and potentially the sponsors getting on board that can help us make this a reality, I don't know what the future holds. And that's just at this point the honest truth. It's such a tough thing for me to say, because I would love to be sitting here and saying, hey, the prize money went up again, but the 6th year of this is the first time that I'm sitting here and reporting and saying that the prize money didn't go up. We had to actually take the prize money down. But again, that's what happens when this isn't ran by a major company and a major production and all of that type of stuff. We're just trying to make it happen, and that's how we've always done this. So, again, such a positive event. We love how it impacts people. We love that people walk away from the Shaw Classic feeling motivated, feeling inspired, and wanting to go after their goals. And the entire weekend is such a positive experience for so many people. And so, hopefully we can find a way, I guess is what I'm saying to all of you right now. And it's something where the most important thing at the end of the day to me is Carrie. It's our boys, it's our family. And if the sacrifices have to be made away from my family, that's where we have to kind of draw the line with where things make sense and where things don't make sense. Because I don't want to look back in the future and say, I lost all this time with my boys, I lost all this time with Carrie, and we were going into something that was not profitable, it was not winning, it was just going in the wrong direction, and we just tried to hold on to make it happen. So again, I don't know what the future holds with the event, but I 100% want to be transparent with everybody in this scenario, and just kind of level with you and let you know where you are, and I guess where we stand overall with the event. So super positive this year. I like I said, I can't say enough about the entire weekend. I wish that I had better news to report on the financial side of the event, but the fact that so many people walked away happy, that so many athletes walked away happy, that's my takeaway. That's what I am so happy about, and I'm grateful for everybody that was involved. Everybody, from staff to helping to move and setting up and equipment and media, and there's so many different people that I could sit here and thank. But it takes an army in a lot of ways, right, to make this happen. And I'm so grateful for all those people and them being involved. And I'm so grateful to all of you, the fans, for your support of the event, and we will see what the future holds. But for now, I hope you all are doing amazing. For now, go out and be great. We'll check you guys later.